Hello everyone, today we're going to be doing a new LEGO DC minifigure wall update. So for those of you who are new or those of you who have seen it but need a reminder, I'm working on collecting every LEGO DC superhero minifigure, starting with the start of the DC hero line with the Superman and Wonder Woman set, all the way down to the newest ones, which are the LEGO Batman. I haven't updated with the 2024 minifigures, but that will be done soon. I'm not collecting minifigures such as the San Diego Comic-Con or the Supergirl line, but yeah, any just like regular minifigure that was released directly in a set I am trying to get. So without further ado, we have a ton of minifigures to add today. So let's get right into it. All right, to start us off, we have some minifigures from 2017. So kicking us off, we have the Parademon with dark green and collapsed wings. So this guy came out with a different variant with the spread wings. And fun fact, this guy actually came with the collapsed wings as well. But in the sets that this guy came out with, he only came with these collapsed wings. So he came out in 3 sets: the Flying Fox Batmobile Airlift Attack, the Nightcrawler Tunnel Attack, and then an accessory pack. You can get him pretty cheap. He's about $2. This guy is pretty dang cool. He's got really great printing, like all around. Very alien, buggy, and skeleton looking. His wings also are printed. You can see that all the way around. He has this gray plate that or tile there that just goes on over the back bracer there, and then you can kind of see, we can pop off the head to get the full back print as well. So again, very detailed for just a little army builder minifigure. So pretty cool. Can definitely fill out the ranks at Darkseid. In the middle here, we have a very cool minifigure, I think. We have Tarantula. So she came out in 2017 in the Killer Croc Tailgater set. She's pretty cheap. She's about $5. So I remember she used to be pretty expensive back when she initially came out, but she has dropped down in price by quite a bit. And she's just a really cool, unique minifigure. You know, it's a no-name Batman villain, right? Or actually, I'm not even sure what specific villain she belongs to or what hero she belongs to. But she looks really good. She's got a really nice torso print there with the spider legs. And then she's got some arm printing there with some bracers on both sides. Pretty plain, but great back printing as well. We take the hair off here. I'll take the head with that too, unfortunately. We see that she does have actually a really nice alternate head there with kind of like a smug smirk. On the right here, we have the Batman and Scoo Batsuit. So he came out in the Batcave break-in set, and this is just one of the bat suits that go on a rack. And this is just a really neat little bat suit here. It's not muscular, you know, so it's, you know, it looks just very plain for the printing there. These flippers would go, of course, on the legs here, but since I want to stand it up, I put them on this little gun piece here. It also has this orange molded belt here. Actually, I think I got that on backwards, but that one looks pretty good too. Blends in really well with the colors. If we take the mask off, it's just a plain, solid white head. So this is a really cool minifigure, I think. I really like, actually all 3 of these guys are really neat. I'm very glad to have them on the wall now. But without further ado, let's get on to the next ones. So next up, we have a couple more minifigures from the LEGO Batman movie. So both of these guys came out on the 2017 Arkham Asylum set. So this set released with the LEGO Batman movie, and this is the version of the villains from the movie in their Arkham Asylum prison jumpsuit. So on the left, we have Catwoman. You can get her for about $4, and on the right is the Riddler, and he goes for a little bit more for $5. So these minifigures are very similar, but they actually are different, besides like the obvious, the hands and the heads. So Catwoman has negative space on her hips there, so it has a female torso, whereas Riddler here does not. So they actually do differ between the minifigures, which is really cool. I also really like that Catwoman has her belt there, her gadget belt, molded in the orange, which is a really nice touch. As for the minifigures, we've seen these before from the Lego Batman line. We got the Catwoman in her purple, and if we take that helmet off, you can see her face a little bit better. On the back here, you do have the Arkham printing there, and an alternate head where she is looking a little bit angrier, but you can't really tell with that mask on there. The Riddler, also very similar to, it's the exact same Riddler mold that we got with the Lego Batman movie. I really like his bowler hat and haircut combo. There you can see the belt around a little bit better since it's not blocked by the utility belt. If we take that off, he does have an alternate head where he is smiling. I really like this Riddler head mold piece. It's really great. But that does it for these two guys. Let's get on to the next ones. Next up, we have even more Arkham guys. So both of these also came out in the 2017 Arkham Asylum set from the Lego Batman movie. We have Two-Face on the left here and Poison Ivy on the right. So these guys are a little bit more valuable than the Catwoman and Riddler. Two-Face goes for about 14 bucks, or sorry, Two-Face goes for about $9 and Poison Ivy goes for about 14 bucks. And I really like the looks of these guys from the Batman movie, the Lego Batman movie. This is the Two-Face is the version with Billy D. Williams. So, you know, he's got his face there and kind of melted off into the skeleton. I really like the hair here, as well as the different color hand. Just, you know, get the two-sidedness to Two-Face. You can see that the hair looks like it's kind of melting, which is nice. It's a very neat touch, but if you look at it from there, it's like the standard widow's peak we've seen in a lot of Lego minifigures. Take that head off, we can see the alternate face where he's scared, screaming at something. He uses the same torso and legs that the other Arkham minifigures use. Of course, besides the hands are matching Riddler. On the right is Poison Ivy, and this is again very similar. She's got the Catwoman torso, so the female version. She's got a really nice piece of hair right here. It's got the leaves and flowers molded in on it. This is the best, you know, Poison Ivy hair that we've gotten. They really nailed it for this movie. It's very neat. So we take that off, you can see her head a little bit there, as well as the alternate face there, looking like she's about to poison kiss someone. So very cool minifigure. This is actually the first Poison Ivy and Riddler I have on the wall. So I got the Arkham versions first before the regular versions, which is kind of interesting. But that does it for these two guys. Let's get on to the next ones. Next up, we have a couple more Lego Batman movie minifigures. And you can't judge me for this because they released a ton of minifigures for the Lego Batman movie. But on the left here, we have the Arkham Asylum Penguin and Mayor Maccaskill. So the Penguin came out actually not in the Arkham set, but in a book. And then the Mayor Maccaskill came out in the Clayface Splat Attack. So the Penguin, because he was in a book that, you know, wasn't super common, goes for about $17 right now. Mayor Maccaskill, very, very cheap. She goes for about $2. So Penguin, it is the exact same Penguin that we have seen from other Lego Batman movie sets. He's got the really nice fur piece there for the scarf, and the top hat, which is really nice. Came out with the Batman movie. It's the first time we saw that mold. You can see that head there. He's grimacing. No alternate head for him, of course, because the hat does not cover the back there. He uses the same torso print as the other Arkham Asylum minifigures, but he's got little tiny orange legs. On the right here, we have Mayor Maccaskill. I'm not sure if she's from the comics or anything, but it's a pretty decent minifigure. I really like this hairpiece that she's got going on here. It's unique. I don't think we've seen it in any other line, so that's very nice. Her head there, she's got two alternate face, a smiley and a scared version, and a very simple print for her torso, but gets the job done. It's very, very formal. It looks good for a mayor. So I bet you're wondering why I have all of the Arkham Asylum minifigures, or a good chunk of them from the movie, and they're actually for another project I'm working on, so stay tuned for that. But I needed a lot of prison jumpsuits. But that does it for these two guys. Let's get on to the next ones. So next up, we have a couple more Lego Batman movie minifigures. On the left here, we have Barbara Gordon and her police uniform. This is actually a really cool minifigure. I really like the formal police look. She's got the dark blues on, the white gloves, and she's got a really nice hat hair combo there. She's got the GCPD patches on. It's just a really nice minifigure in my opinion. We take that off. She's got no alternate head though, which is interesting. So we put that back on. She came out in the Lego Batman movie minifigure series, the first one, and she goes for about $1.75, so a very cheap minifigure to get. On the right here, we have the Joker. This one is the version with long coattails, smile, and pointed teeth grin. So this guy came out in a couple sets, the Joker Battle training poly bag, as well as a foil pack. You can get them for about $2.50, so pretty cheap. But this is a nice looking Joker. It's the version, of course, styled in the Batman movie. So he's got that big old smile and the hair. I'm not a huge fan of this hair look for the Joker, nor the head, but they get the torso and legs done really well. They got pretty detailed printing for his three-piece suit, and then even his legs there. The printing for his shirt actually continues onto the hip piece, which is really nice. But what makes this minifigure pretty unique and cool is, of course, the long coattails. So that's a really cool cloth piece there. We don't see that. I think we see it in one other version of the Joker. He's got no back printing though, which is really interesting. I mean, it's not super uncommon to see minifigures without head pieces or secondary heads, but no back printing, that's pretty rare nowadays. And for 2017, like, that's not super long ago. They were definitely doing back printing back then. But if you take that hair off, you can see his big old toothy grin for the alternate face. But that does it for these two minifigures. Let's get on to the next ones. All right, moving on, we have a Batman. This guy is maybe the most plain, bland Batman that we could ever get. This guy has come out in 7 sets, and I'll just throw them on screen right now. Boom. He has come out from 2018 to 2023. Super cheap. He's about $1.50 to get. So this Batman is specifically the one with the Junior's cape. So if we take off his mask there, you can see his alternate heads. You know, very basic Batman. There's lift up his torso. But what makes this one specifically unique is his cape. So you see there's only one hole instead of the usual, you know, double layer ones. So it's pretty interesting piece. And, you know, we've gotten 7 versions of this guy. He's been in circulation for quite a bit, for about 5 years at this point. So a very bland Batman, but kind of interesting in that regard, don't you think? In the middle here, we have probably my favorite minifigure out of this collection haul. We have Black Vulcan. So this guy came out in 2018 in the Lego Batman minifigure series 2. He is really, really cool. He's a very obscure superhero, but they really capture him really well. He's got the, you know, old classic 60s, 70s tights. Really cool printing there for the lightning arrow effect. They use the Flash's mask there for his mask. If we pull that off, you can see his face underneath. He's got a nice little smile. No alternate head, but he does have dual molded legs there, which is really neat. He's actually even got printing on top of that too. So 3 colors on that leg, which is pretty interesting. So very cool minifigure. To get him, he's about $5, so not even very expensive to get. He also came with these really cool lightning effect pieces that can go in his hands. And you can make it look like, you know, he's shooting out lightning when he's running, or just from as like an attack the front way. It's a really nice piece, especially for the Flash, you know, to have. It's really cool there. On the right, we have another one of my favorite minifigures from this haul. We have Shazam. So this guy came out in 2019 and then 2020 in a polybag set. So this guy, to get him brand new, he's about $9, so a little higher on the scale for this haul. He's pretty cool. They use that swept hair piece and the nice flowy cloth cape there. He's got really good printing with the Shazam logo and some line work. It's got like little lightning bolts on his belt there, which is pretty neat. If we flip that around and flip up the cape, you can see he's got really nice printing underneath as well. Again, you can see the lightning bolts on his belt. And we take that off, he's got his thunder eyes, which is really, really neat there. But that does it for these three guys. Let's get on to the next ones. All right, last but not least, we have a couple of minifigures from the newest The Batman movie. So on the left here, we have Alfred Pennyworth. This one is the version with a black vest, light bluish gray hair, dark bluish gray beard. This guy came out in one set, the Riddler Batcave Face Off, and you can get him for about, $3. The Batman on the right here is the, Robert Pattinson Batman version. He came out in 3 different sets. You can get him for about $1.50. He also came in the Riddler Face Off Batcave set, the Batman Motorcycle Pursuit, as well as the Penguin Chase. And these are just, very standard minifigures. I think this is maybe the worst version of Alfred, not because they necessarily didn't, capture Andy Serkis super well. It's just not how I, envision Alfred, not the British butler. He's, I always think he's balding. That looks a little better, right? This guy does have an alternate face there, a little happier. The Robert Pattinson Batman looks really good, actually. I really like how they did the bat symbol on the chest there, because his bat symbol is much, smaller. His suit is much more tactical as well, so a lot of straps and padding, which I think looks really nice. If we take off the head there, he's got the old standard headband there and a smiley face. This is a face we've seen on several Batmans prior to this. If we lift that up, you can see he's got really nice printing there, and you got some batarangs or knives or something back there. So yeah, nothing too fancy, but a very well done Batman. The Alfred is nice. This is actually the first Alfred I have on the wall, so you know what, maybe be the worst Alfred that they've put out there, but I'm glad to have at least one Alfred on the wall. But that does it for these guys, so let's add everyone to the wall. All right, so here we are back at the wall. Let's see where everyone ended up. So we got the Scuba Batman right there, and then over there is Tarantula. If we go down here, we have Barbara Gordon in her police getup, as well as all the Arkham inmates right there. We have Mayor Maccaskill and the Joker, as well as the Arkham Asylum Penguin. And then there is the Junior's Batman. If we swing over to the right, we have Shazam. I'm really glad to have him in the collection. I really like Shazam. Up there is Black Vulcan, and then way over here is the Parademon. Let's see, who else? And then I think we just have the Batman and Alfred. So we put in a lot of holes in this wall today. We filled a lot of holes in this wall today, and it's looking a little bit more filled. There was a lot of gaps when I first started this, and each one it looks more and more complete. So I'm really happy to see this series coming along and filling in all these spots. So let me know in the comments what your favorite guy in the DC lineup is and the video. So I would love to hear it. But until then, I'll see you guys next time.